Let the world around you grow still now, the day's noise fading into a gentle hush. Picture a vast, frozen landscape stretching beneath a pale, endless sky, the year lost in the depths of time, around 30,000 years ago. This is the Ice Age, a time when ice sheets cloaked the earth, and early humans faced a world of cold and silence. Tonight, this 2-hour journey through How Did Humans Survive the Ice Age? It invites you to explore their resilience, how they hunted, sheltered, and thrived amid the frost. Crafted for sleep, relaxation, or quiet reflection, this boring history for sleep video offers a slow drift into the past. Each story unfolds gently, like snow settling on a quiet plain, guiding your mind to wander or rest. Find a cozy spot, let your breath deepen, and release the warmth of the present. Imagine the faint crackle of a fire, the distant call of a wind across the ice, and let us begin. Let the faint crackle of that distant fire grow softer now, its warmth blending into the stillness of the Ice Age night. Picture yourself standing on a frozen plain, the year hovering around 30,000 years ago, where the air is crisp and carries the scent of pine, carried on a gentle wind. This is a world of ice and endurance, where early humans, Homo sapiens, and perhaps the sturdy Neanderthals, faced the cold with quiet resilience. Tonight, we drift into their early adaptations, unfolding slowly, like the gradual fall of snow across the tundra. Imagine waking in the dim light of dawn, your breath visible in the chill. The ground beneath your feet a mix of frost and packed snow. You are part of a small band, your body wrapped in a tunic of mammoth hide, its roughness softened by wear, the scent of cured leather lingering close. The landscape stretches wide, a sea of white broken by the dark shapes of spruce and the occasional outcrop of rock. Its surface cold to the touch, your survival begins with hunting, a task that defines your days. You grip a spear, its shaft carved from reindeer antler, its tip flaked from flint, the weight familiar in your hands. The air hums with the distant grunt of a mammoth, its massive form a promise of food and shelter, and you move with your group, your footsteps muffled by the snow. A silent pursuit under a pale sky. Tools are your lifeline. Picture yourself shaping a scraper from stone, its edge honed by patient strokes. It's the sound of flint against flint, a soft rhythm in the morning air. Use it to process hides, the scent of raw meat and fat rising as you work. Your fingers numbed by the cold, but guided by instinct. Archaeological finds from sites like Vestanus reveal such tools. Surfaces worn but sturdy, alongside needles of bone used to sew garments, their tips fine and precise. You craft traps from sinew and wood, their creak a gentle note as you set them near a frozen stream, hoping for hare or fox. The process is slow, a quiet patience as you wait for the snap that signals success. To catch a small victory against the hunger that lingers. Shelter offers refuge. Imagine a cave, its entrance framed by icicles that glisten in the weak sunlight. The interior dry and echoing with the drip of melting frost. You line the floor with hides and moss, their texture soft beneath you, the air inside warmed by a fire of pine logs, its crackle a soothing companion. Some groups build tents from mammoth bones, their arches sturdy against the wind, the hides stretched tight. It's the scent of smoke mingling with the cold. Excavations at Mazyrik in Ukraine uncover such structures, their bones arranged with care, a testament to ingenuity. The fire is tended with care, its embers glowing softly. A source of light and heat, its smoke rising to weave patterns on the cave's ceiling, a quiet dance of survival. Clothing evolves with need. Picture yourself stitching a tunic, the bone needle piercing the hide with a gentle pop, the thread of sinew taut in your hands. You layer pelts, their fur turned inward, the warmth a shield against the biting wind. The scent of animal musk a constant presence. Evidence from Siberia's Malta site shows tailored garments. Their seams reinforced, suggesting a skill passed down through generations. You add mittens of rabbit fur, their softness a comfort, and boots lined with grass. Their soles worn from trudging through snow. The cold is a quiet challenge, a gentle thinning of those unprepared. Yet your adaptations layering, so and keep the frost at bay, a rhythm of care woven into each stitch. Social bonds sustain you. Imagine gathering around the fire, the air filled with the murmur of voices, The crackle of burning wood a backdrop to shared tales. You divide the day's hunter and deer meat roasted on spits. Its taste rich and smoky, ensuring each member eats, the children's laughter a soft echo.
Ow!
Cooperation is key, your group moving together to track herds. The sound of footsteps in unison, a gentle cadence across the ice. Archaeological evidence from Gravescian sites shows tools and art shared across bands, their designs similar, hinting at trade or kinship. The cold isolates, yet your community thrives, a network of support against the vastness. The warmth of companionship, a quiet strength. Seasons shape your life. In winter, the snow deepens, the air sharp with frost, and you huddle closer, the fire's glow a constant friend. You store dried meat in leather pouches, their scent earthy and preserved, rationing through the long nights. In spring, the ice recedes, the air softening with the scent of budding willow, and you follow the herds, your steps lighter, your tools ready for the new cycle. The rhythm is unyielding, hunting, crafting, sheltering a life measured by the sun's weak arc and the moon's pale light. Some years bring scarcity, a gentle pause in abundance, yet your adaptability endures, a legacy carved in the ice. As you imagine this frozen world, let the scent of pine smoke and the murmur of your group settle over you, a gentle shroud fading into the night. Let the crackle of the fire drift now, like a breeze across the tundra, as we turn to the tools that shaped their survival. Let the crackle of the fire drift away now, its warmth fading into the stillness of the Ice Age night. Picture yourself seated on a hide-covered rock, the year lingering around 30,000 years ago, where the air carries the faint scent of pine and the crispness of frost. This is a world where tools crafted with care from stone, bone, bone, and antler became the heartbeat of survival for early humans, Homo sapiens, and Neanderthals alike. Tonight, we explore their creation and use, unfolding slowly, like the gentle carving of a flint edge under patient hands. Imagine the morning light filtering through the branches of a sparse forest, its rays weak against the snow. You pick up a nodule of flint, its surface rough and cold, and begin to shape it. The sound of stone striking stone fills the air, a soft, rhythmic tap, as you strike with a hammerstone, flakes falling like whispers to the ground. This is the birth of a scraper, its edge honed for skinning hides, the scent of raw meat rising as you work. Archaeological finds from the Aurignacian sites, like those in France's Dordogne, reveal such tools, their surfaces marked by careful chipping, a testament to skill honed over generations. You test the edge against your thumb, its sharpness a quiet promise, and set it aside. The process a meditation in the cold. Spears follow their creation, a longer dance. Picture yourself selecting a straight branch, its bark peeling under your fingers, the wood's scent earthy and fresh. You sharpen one end with a flint knife, its blade gliding with a gentle scrape, then attach a point of antler, its tines notched for strength, the fit secured with sinew. The weight balances in your hand, a tool for hunting mammoth or reindeer, its use as silent pursuit across the ice. Excavations at sites like Wogelherd in Germany uncover spear points. Their tips worn but lethal, suggesting hunts that fed entire bands. You practice the throw, the air humming with the motion, spears flight a graceful arc, a skill passed down in the flicker of firelight. Bone tools add finesse. Imagine working by the cave's edge, the air cool and tinged with the musk of hides, as you shape a needle from a reindeer leg bone. The flint burin cuts with a soft crunch, its tip piercing the bone, the sound a gentle rhythm as you smooth it with sand. This needle, fine and delicate, sews garments from pelts, the thread of sinew taut in your hands, the scent of cured leather rising. Sites like Kostanki in Russia yield such needles, their holes worn from use, hinting at tailored clothing that shield it against the cold. You thread it carefully, the motion repetitive, a quiet craft that warms the night. Art emerges from utility. Picture yourself carving a figurine from mammoth ivory, its surface cool and smooth, the flint tool tracing curves with a soft scratch. The figure a woman with rounded forms, perhaps a symbol of fertility, takes shape, the scent of ivory dust lingering. Archaeological evidence from Willendorf shows these Venus figurines, their details etched with care, suggesting a blend of survival and spirit. You add ochre, its red hue, ground from rock, the powder dusting your hands, a color that brightens the cave's dimness. The act is slow, a gentle pause from hunting, the figurine a legacy left for the ice to guard. Knives and awls serve daily needs. Imagine shaping a knife from obsidian, its black glass gleaming faintly. The fracture a sharp snap as you split it with a stone. The edge slices through meat or wood, the scent of sap and blood mingling, a tool for both food and shelter. Awls crafted from antler tines, pierce hides for lacing, their tips worn from the task. The sound of leather creaking a soft note. Sites like Grotte du Rhin in France reveal such tools. Their variety showing adaptability, a quiet evolution through the cold. You sharpen them by the fire, the sparks a gentle dance, the process a rhythm of care. Hunting techniques rely on these tools. Picture a group moving across the tundra, the air sharp with frost, spears and traps in hand. You set a pitfall, its edges lined with sharpened stakes, the scent of turned earth rising, a silent snare for woolly rhinoceros. The hunt is a collective effort, the air filled with the low calls of coordination, the thud of a falling beast, a distant echo. Archaeological traces from Solutrean sites suggest such strategies, their tools marked by use, a testament to patience. You retrieve the kill, the tools aiding in butchery, the meat shared in the cave's warmth, a cycle sustained by craft. Seasons shape tool use. In winter, you repair spears, the air cold and still, the fire's glow reflecting on the antler, the scent of burning pitch a companion. In spring, you craft new scrapers, the air softening with the scent of budding grass, the tools ready for fresh hides. The rhythm is constant shaping, sharpening, using a life measured by the tool's wear and the ice's retreat. Some tools break, a gentle pause in their service. Yet you adapt, crafting anew, the process a quiet strength against scarcity. Trade and innovation spread knowledge. Imagine exchanging a flint blade with a neighboring band. The air filled with the murmur of voices, the scent of smoked fish traded in return. Sites like Pavlov and Czechia show traded materials, flint from afar, shells from the coast suggesting networks across the ice. You learn new techniques, the air humming with shared stories, the tools evolving with each exchange, a legacy carried in the hands of the group. The cold isolates, yet this connection thrives, a web of resilience. As you imagine this world of tools, let the scent of ivory dust and the tap of stone settle over you, a gentle shroud fading into the night. Let the rhythm of crafting drift now, like a breeze across the frozen plain, as we turn to the shelters that housed their lives. Let the rhythm of crafting tools fade now, its gentle tap blending into the stillness of the Ice Age night. Picture yourself resting on a bed of hides, the year lingering around 30,000 years ago, where the air carries the faint scent of smoke and the crispness of frozen earth. This is a world where shelters crafted with care from stone, bone, and hide became the heart of survival for early humans, Homo sapiens and Neanderthals alike. Tonight we drift into their dwellings, unfolding slowly, like the quiet settling of snow against a cave wall. Imagine the dawn breaking over a rocky outcrop, its light filtering into a cave, its entrance framed by icicles that glisten like fragile glass. This is your home, a natural shelter carved by time, its interior dry and echoing with the drip of melting frost. You line the floor with mammoth hides, their texture soft and warm beneath you. It's a scent of cured leather mingling with the earthy dampness of the stone. The air inside is cooler than the biting wind outside, a refuge where you gather with your band. Archaeological evidence from Chauvet Cave in France reveals hearths and wall markings, their charcoal strokes suggesting long habitation, a quiet testament to safety. You tend a fire of pine logs, its crackle a soothing companion. The smoke rising to weave patterns on the ceiling, a dance of light and shadow that lulls the night. Tents offer mobility. Picture yourself raising a structure on the open tundra, the air sharp with frost, using mammoth bones as arches, their weight steady in your hands. You stretch hides over the frame, their edges secured with stakes of antler, the scent of raw hide rising as you work. Excavations at Mazyrik in Ukraine uncover such dwellings, their bones arranged with precision, hinting at a community effort. You adjust the flaps, the motion repetitive. A quiet craft that shields against the snow, the warmth inside a soft embrace as you share stories by a small fire. Pit houses deepen the earth's embrace. Imagine digging into a hillside, the air cool and filled with the scent of turned soil, your hand shaping a shallow depression with a wooden spade. You line it with hides and branches, their crackle a soft note as you layer them, the roof supported by mammoth tusks, its slope shedding snow. The interior is dim, lit by a single oil lamp, its flame flickering gently, the scent of burning fat a constant presence. Sites like Kestayanki in Russia reveal such shelters, their pits filled with ash and tools, suggesting a life of stability. You store dried meat in leather pouches, their earthy aroma preserved. Rationing through the long winter, the shelter a quiet haven against the ice. Seasonal shifts guide construction. In winter, the snow deepens, the air sharp with frost, and you reinforce the cave with more hides, the sound of stitching a gentle rhythm. You bank snow against the tent's base, its chill, a natural insulator. The scent of pine needles from the fire a warm counterpoint. In spring the ice recedes, the air softening with the scent of budding willow. And you repair the pit house, the earth yielding under your spade, the shelter ready for the new cycle. The rhythm is unyielding building, mending, inhabiting a life measured by the shelter's strength and the season's turn. Some structures falter, a gentle pause in their service, yet you adapt, crafting anew, the process a quiet resilience. Leaf fills these spaces. Picture yourself grinding ochre by the cave's fire. The stones rasp a soft sound. The red powder dusting your hands, a color for art or ceremony. You cook reindeer meat on a spit, its rich scent rising, the taste smoky and warm shared with your band in the tent's glow. In the pit house, you weave baskets from reeds, their rustle a gentle cadence, the finished work storing berries for the lean months. Archaeological traces from Vastanis show such activities, their hearths and artifacts suggesting a life of routine, quiet dance within the shelter's walls. Community shapes the shelter. Imagine gathering materials with your group, the air filled with the murmur of voices, the scent of sweat and earth as you haul bones and hides. Cooperation builds the tent, the sound of antler stakes driven into the ground a steady beat, the effort shared among all. Sites like Grotte de la Ferracie in France reveal multiple hearths, hinting at extended families, their shelters a network of support. You trade with neighboring bands, the air humming with exchanged tales, the shelters evolving with new ideas, thicker hides. Stronger frames a legacy carried across the ice. Protection from the elements is constant. Picture reinforcing the cave against a storm, the winds howl a distant note. The hides battened with stones, the scent of wet leather rising. You line the pit house with extra moss, its softness a buffer, the lamp's glow a steady friend through the night. The cold is a quiet challenge, a gentle thinning of those unprepared, yet your shelters, caves, tents, pit houses stand firm, a rhythm of care woven into each layer. Archaeological evidence from across Europe shows varied designs. Their adaptability, a silent strength against the Ice Age's grip. As you imagine this world of shelters, let the scent of smoke and the rustle of hides settle over you, a gentle shroud fading into the night. Let the warmth of the hearth drift now, like a breeze across the frozen plain. As we turn to the food that sustained their journey, let the warmth of the hearth drift away now, its gentle glow fading into the stillness of the Ice Age night. Picture yourself seated by a frozen stream, the year lingering around 30,000 years ago, where the air carries the faint scent of pine and the crispness of snow. This is a world where food hunted, gathered, preserved became the lifeline of survival for early humans, Homo sapiens, and Neanderthals alike. Tonight, we explore their sustenance, unfolding slowly, like the gentle thaw of ice under a pale sun. Imagine the morning light breaking over the tundra, its rays weak against the frost. You rise with your band, your breath visible in the chill, and take up a spear, its antler tip gleaming faintly. The hunt begins, a silent pursuit across the snow, the air humming with the distant grunt of a woolly mammoth. You move with care, your footsteps muffled, the scent of pine needles crushed underfoot a quiet guide. Archaeological evidence from sites like P in Czechia reveals mammoth bones in large quantities, suggesting coordinated hunts, their meat a feast for the group. You strike with precision, the spear's flight a graceful arc. The kill, a shared triumph, the air filling with the low calls of success as you prepare to butcher. gathering supplements the hunt. Picture yourself bending to pluck berries from a low bush, the air softening with the scent of spring thaw, their tartness a small reward. You collect roots with a wooden digger, its tip worn from use, the earth's coolness against your hands a steady companion. Sites like Sungir in Russia yield evidence of plant remains, their preservation, a hint of gathered food, a quiet abundance amid the ice. You fill a woven basket, its rustle a gentle cadence, the contents, seeds, slight cans, stored for lean times. The process a slow rhythm of care under the weak sun. Cooking transforms the yield. Imagine returning to the cave, the air warm with the scent of smoke. As you build a fire of spruce logs, its crackle a soothing note. You roast reindeer meat on a spit, the fat dripping with a soft sizzle, the taste rich and smoky, shared among the band. Archaeological traces from Vistanas show hearths with charred bones, suggesting roasting pits, their warmth a constant friend. You boil roots in a clay-lined basket, the steam rising gently, the scent of earthy broth a comfort. The meal, a quiet celebration of the day's work, the fire's glow weaving patterns on the cave walls. Preservation ensures survival. Picture yourself drying meat on racks of bone, the air cool and still, the strips hanging like silent guardians. The scent of cured flesh lingering. You store it in leather pouches, their earthy aroma preserved, rationing through the long winter nights. Sites like Mazyrik in Ukraine reveal storage pits, their contents frozen in time, hinting at foresight. You freeze fish in ice caches, their scales glinting faintly, the cold and natural larder. The process a gentle pause in abundance, a rhythm of preparation against scarcity. Seasonal cycles guide the search. In winter, the snow deepens, the air sharp with frost, and you rely on stored meat. The scent of smoked fish, a constant presence by the fire. You trap small game hare, ptarmigan there, rustle a soft note in the snow, the catch a quiet victory. In spring, the ice recedes, the air softening with the scent of budding willow. And you gather fresh greens, their bitterness a new taste. The hunt turning to fawns and migratory birds, their calls a distant echo. The rhythm is unyielding, hunting, gathering, preserving a life measured by the food's availability and the season's turn. Some seasons bring hardship, a gentle thinning of resources, yet your adaptability endures, a legacy carved in the ice. Community shares the bounty. Imagine dividing the mammoth meat, the air filled with the murmur of voices. The scent of roasting fat rising as you ensure each member eats, the children's laughter a soft echo. Cooperation is key, your group tracking herds together, the sound of footsteps in unison, a gentle cadence across the tundra. Archaeological evidence from Graveshan sites shows shared hearths, their tools and bones suggesting communal meals, a network of support. You trade with neighboring bands, the air humming with exchanged tales, the food dried berries, smoked meat flowing across the ice, a legacy of resilience. Tools aid the task. Picture sharpening a flint knife, its edge slicing through hide to reach the meat. The scent of blood and sap mingling, a tool for both hunt and hearth. You use a bone awl to stitch leather pouches, their tips worn from the task, the sound of creaking leather a soft note. Sites like Grotte du Renne in France reveal such implements, their variety showing adaptability, a quiet evolution through the cold. You grind seeds with a stone mortar, the rasp a gentle rhythm, the powder a supplement to meat, the process a dance of survival. As you imagine this world of food, let the scent of roasted meat and the rustle of baskets settle over you, a gentle shroud fading into the night. Let the warmth of the shared meal drift now like a breeze across the frozen plain. As we prepare to leave this ancient journey behind, let the warmth of the shared meal fade now, its gentle scent drifting into the stillness of the night. Our journey through the Ice Age, around 30,000 years ago, draws to a close, a frozen world of resilience left behind. From the early adaptations that shielded against the cold, the tools that carved survival, the shelters that housed their lives. Each moment leaves a faint trace of scent of pine smoke, the rustle of hides, the crackle of a fire now distant, like a dream carried on the wind. The Ice Age was a place of hardship and ingenuity, where survival wove through the ice under a vast, unyielding sky. Picture the tundra now, its snow still and silvered by moonlight, the air calm with the whisper of a breeze. The struggles of that time, frost, scarcity, solitude, they're not yours to bear. You are far from the frozen plains, far from the silent caves. Let these traces settle, like snow drifting gently to the ground. Your mind is free to wander, to rest where it will. The past releases you, like a tether loosened in the breeze, like a shadow fading with the dawn. Close your eyes, if you haven't already. Let the stillness of the ice age wrap around you, soft and unending. Sleep beckons, warm and quiet, a refuge from the world we've left behind.